Exponential is an adjective often applied to ambitious startups. Since the beginning, I wanted to have an exponential impact on the world, touching as many people as possible in the most impactful way. There are certainly many examples of innovations that can provide practical benefits, like e-commerce or online to offline platforms. But the benefits of those technologies are limited to a specific time, place, and individuals using the technology. Their impact is not exponential. But innovating education can have a great impact on everyone, people around them, and even a nation, unleashing potentials of so many individuals. My dream is not just to make a $100 trillion worth company, but to help millions of people who can build a company that is worth 100 trillions. To me, that's true exponentiality. However, the current education system does not allow this exponentiality. It was designed for the average. If you belong to the edges, you are either left behind or prone to fit into the standard. That's not because the educators in the past were inadequate. It's simply because designing for the average was thought to be the most efficient solution 100 years ago. There was no way that a teacher could understand every single student in the classroom, let alone personalize the learning path for each student. But what about now? My quest started with finding the right technology that can practically address this exponential demand for personalization, which was machine learning, more specifically, deep learning AI. To bring true innovation and enable exponential transformation of education, deep learning is the key ingredient, and Riiid is ready to execute the transformation.
Traditional education is designed in the summative test format. It evaluates students' performances once and for all after a lengthy span of studying, from a semester or even as long as a year. However, Riid's AI breaks down the study chunks into smaller parts to perform real-time analysis of the students. We believe that the students' log data contains information on which problems the students are having hard times on, what concepts they are missing, and how much time they need to solve those problems. All student interactions with our AI tutors are gathered to construct the knowledge state of the students. Riid's AI analyzes the students' growth pattern in real time and updates their learning path accordingly. In this approach, we assess students not to judge the result, but to help them learn better throughout their learning process, enabling formative learning in the sense that assessment and learning happen simultaneously. The AI model that predicts the correctness rate of the students for the future questions is called knowledge tracing. Riid's knowledge tracing model shows 90% accuracy, the highest of all knowledge tracing models in the world. The knowledge tracing and score prediction models have been substantiated by papers and are being proven through real data from actual users. Our AI technology also predicts the test score based on the constructed knowledge state. Based on these models, we compute the expected score of a student when a learning content is consumed, for all contents. Then, we find the learning content that gives the maximum expected score and recommend that content to the student. Saying that our AI model has exponential scalability doesn't mean that it can just expand to a variety of subjects. It also means that our model will be able to advance education from merely delivering knowledge to the level to greatly broadening the horizon of human potential by directly contributing to their growth and development.
There's even more interesting potential. The labels or targets that we're maximizing are not confined just to test scores. They can be set to abilities such as student engagement, learning ability, critical thinking, grit, and our AI model can suggest a variety of learning trajectories to further improve those qualities. That said, our recommender system can be used not only to maximize exam scores or skill levels, but also to maximize the overall abilities of students or to navigate career paths and recommend development plans. No matter how hard a human teacher may try, can a single teacher possibly remember, let alone understand, each and every single different character, disposition, and potential of every student, and make perfectly objective evaluations of each student and guide each of them to his or her own personalized learning path? The answer is no. Only when AI makes this massive volume of evaluations possible will the teachers be able to fully help each student beyond the constraints of time and personal experiences.
When we look at how AI technologies are applied to businesses, AI is being used as a complementary tool to enhance the efficiency of the existing business models. But at Riiid, AI itself is the very core engine that directly generates learning effects for the users. Because our AI models use an AutoML system that constantly raises hypotheses and performs self-checking, they are fully capable of testing the qualities of their own models and data. That is, we can minimize engineering man-month inputs and human errors. Also, our AI models are leveraging real-world data from the users for training our ML models, as well as running diverse A/B tests in parallel for our research. On the basis of this pliable yet stable technology framework, we can simply add UI/UX that can deliver the learning assessments and content recommendations most effectively, considering the needs of each domain and user segment. That's how we can make products that fit each domain fast and simultaneously.
Right now, Riiid is one of the few companies who have proven research capabilities and scale-up ready business model. That's why many kinds of clients, such as exam publishers, public institutions, universities, and even companies that seek to upskill their employees want to partner with us. We're embracing the opportunity to collate massive learning data on all educational subjects around the world. And we're equipped with strong technological infrastructure that can consistently reprocess the data to train our AI models. You probably already know that half of the global population is being born in Africa right now, and the learning needs are growing exponentially. But there's a limited number of human teachers available to meet that demand, and yes, our solution will be there to meet that demand. This is, of course, a bold vision. If we achieve it, it will bring exponential progress, not just to the company, but to the educational system and all mankind.
It is no secret that the field of education continues to be set back by a lack of quality data and deep-rooted conservatism. Riiid has developed AI-based learning apps strategically targeting the young, tech-savvy generation that tends to be more open to experimenting with new modes of learning. The AI-driven educational paradigm is here to stay, and with the pioneering efforts of global thought leaders like Riiid, spurring innovation and meaningful collaboration, it can become a reality for all students.
For many years now, I've been predicting the emergence of an AI education system that will radically transform the learning process, and along with it, the institutions we're currently using to educate our society. More specifically, I've been predicting that by 2030, the largest tech company on the planet will be an education-based company that the world hasn't heard of yet. I'm excited to see what Riiid will be developing over the coming years to push the envelope of change in the world of education.
Riiid is creating a new paradigm for AI ed. In this new paradigm, education is not a race where someone has to win or lose, but an open door where everyone can dream of different opportunities. We all believe in our potential at first, but lose this belief as we go through the conventional and stale education system. The belief that education will help you discover and unleash your potential. The belief that you are better than you think you are. Riiid will give these very quintessential beliefs back to mankind. Thus, we will prove not how AI can replace humankind, but how much more humanity can achieve through AI.